Hello all. Today we are going to see about a graph traversal algorithm called breadth first search. In the last video lecture we saw about depth first search. So similar to that, similar to DFS, BFS is also used to traverse a given graph. This uses a queue data structure, whereas DFS we know that it uses a stack data structure. So before you proceeding to BFS, so we will understand how DFS and BFS differ from each other. So we'll take this tree. So since tree is also a graph, we will understand how DFS and BFS works using this graph. So first we will look at DFS. So you can refer to the last video lecture on DFS. So before watching this lecture. So we can start from any vertex. So let's start from the vertex A. So this is how, so we have two concepts, visiting and exploring. So visiting is landing on a vertex and exploration means like visiting its adjacent vertices. So we will start from A. So A is added to the output and then B. So there are two vertices adjacent to A. Either we can explore B or C. So we'll go in order. So B is given to the output. So we cannot explore C until we are done with B. So we have to go and explore B. So B, we are supposed to explore the adjacent vertices of B. So we'll go in order. So D is visited first. So we have to now explore D. Since D does not have any adjacent vertices, we are done with D. So we will go back to B and then we will explore E. So that's how we got this E. So now B is totally done. We were using a stack data structure. So we will pop up B. So now we will come back to A and then we will visit C. So C is here. So we have to explore the vertices of C, that is adjacent vertices of C. We have to finish F. So F is done and then last is G. This is how DFS works. So it just traverses depth in a depth-wise fashion. So now we will understand how BFS works. We'll start from A. So we can start from any vertex. So we have to explore the adjacent vertices of A. So B and C. So its adjacent vertices are B and C. So B and C are added to the output. So that's how it differs here. So we were adding D here, whereas we are adding C here. So that's how it differs. Now after so we have to now explore B. So when we explore B, we add D and E to the output. And now this is done. So now we have to explore C. So we are adding F and G to the output. So this is how we go in a level-wise fashion and otherwise breadth-wise fashion. So whereas in DFS, we go in a depth-wise fashion. So you'll understand BFS even better as and when we move on in this video. Talking about the time complexity of both BFS and DFS, they both have order of vertices plus edges, the number of vertices plus edges. So V denotes the number of vertices of a given graph and E denotes the number of edges. So now we will delve deep into BFS. We'll take a graph and we will work on how actually BFS works. So this is the example graph we are going to look at today. This is an undirected graph. Like we had in DFS, so here also we have two concepts, visiting, that is landing on a vertex, and exploring. Exploring is visiting its adjacent vertices. And each step, we would visit a vertex and place it in the output and we will perform either NQ or DQ. So we said we are using a queue data structure. So we have two operations, NQing and DQing operation. So we will see the problem in steps. In step 1, so we'll start from A. We can start from any vertex. So we will start from A. So this is a page number. Don't get confused. So here we are starting from A. So we are adding to the queue, NQing A, and we also need to NQ D and B. So D and B to the queue. So since they are the adjacent vertices of A. So A, D, B are added to the queue. So, and we are also placing them to the output. This is the first step. And in the second step, we have to now DQ A. Why? Because so we know that NQ happens at the end of the array, and DQ happens at this part of the array. So this end of the array. So we have to now DQ. Why? Because it is explored. So the adjacent vertices are already visited. So we can DQ A. So we have DQ'd A, and now the queue has only D and B in it. Now we have to explore D. So explore D. So I've marked it with stripes, the vertices which are visited. So now A, D, B are visited. Now we have to explore D. So as per the queue. So now the only vertex that is connected to D is C. So C is NQ'd. So the queue looks like this, and the output looks like this. So A was already there in the output. So A, D, B, C is the current output. So now in the step 4 we can, so we are done with D. So all its adjacent vertices are visited and done. So we can DQ D. So now the queue has only B and C. Now the next step we will be exploring vertex B, sorry. Yeah, so we got to explore B. So when we explore B, the adjacent vertices are C, E, H and G. So C was already visited, so we need not bother about that. So now we will NQ E, H and G to the queue. So now, so the queue looks like this: B, C, E, H, G, and we can also add them to the output. Now, when the B is explored, so it can be DQ'd. So that is done in the next step. So now the queue looks like this: C, E, H, and G. So in the next step, we got to explore C. So why we have in here the vertex C. So we now we have to explore C. So now when we look at C, we have two adjacent vertices which are present with C. So we have to NQ them, J and I. So we are adding them to the queue. So NQing them to the queue and also to the output as well. So now the output is A, D, B, C, E, H, G, J and I. Okay, in the next step we will be DQing C. Yes, the vertex C is DQ'd. So now the queue has these many vertices. So all the vertices except F are visited now. So now we got to explore E. So when we explore E, we have only one vertex, that is F, that is added to the output. So now the output is A, D, B, C, E, H, G, J, I and F. So now we can explore DQ E. So why? Because like all the adjacent vertices, so the rest of the vertices which are connected adjacent to E are already visited. So we need not bother about them. So the only vertex which was unvisited is F. So now it's done. So we can DQ E. So we can DQ E from the this queue. So now in the next step we got to explore H. So when we look at H, it looks like it's already done. All the adjacent vertices of H are already marked visited. So we can DQ it. So H is removed. So in the similar fashion, we can DQ G, J, I, F in the same order. Why? Because the vertices connected to G is already visited. J is already, the adjacent vertices, it does not have any adjacent vertices. So J can be removed. So similarly, I also does not have any adjacent vertices. It does have C, but C was already visited, so they can be removed. And last F, all its adjacent, the only adjacent vertex is, this is E. Yeah, so E was already marked visited, so everything can be DQ'd. So we are done with the traversal of the graph, and the output is the same as we got in the step 10. So this is breadth first search. Thank you.